data. In this question, we are given two arrays A and B, both of length n. We need in also we have m queries of two types. The first type is that we need to copy the elements x from x to x plus k minus 1. We need to copy these indices from array A to array B. So that is, we need to set all these indices in B to be equal to the corresponding values in array A. This is the first type of query. The second type of query is just to report the value of uh, array B at index x, at the position x. So these are the two types of queries. We'll use segment tree to solve this question. Now the way we do this is uh, we define the we define a node of the segment tree to be uh, of the form operation index comma from a comma to a. So what I mean by this is uh, initially operation index of all the nodes of segment tree is -1, and from of a comma 2 of a is the corresponding LR value of the node. As we do the operations uh, of type 1, we'll keep changing the node values present here. So for example, we have been given this example. This is a sample example. uh, this is a sample example. So the first query is 2 comma 5. Now the way we answer queries is queries of the form 2 is we we traverse through the segment tree and reach the leaf node which corresponds to the index given in the query. So here for example the index is given to be 5. Now we traverse to the segment tree and reach the 0. So this 5 is in one based indexing, so in zero based indexing it would be 4. We traverse through the segment tree and reach this node. Now while reaching this node, what is the most recent query that we encountered? So for this example, all the queries are of the form -1, since every node by default contains -1 as the operation index. So whenever we have a node to have -1 as the most recent query in the path from root to that node, that leaf node, we report just the value of b at that particular index. So the value of b at 4 is 3, so we report 3 for this query. uh, Not for this query, for this query we report 3. Now 11333, this is a query of type 1. In a query of type 1, we find the corresponding nodes. So we find the corresponding nodes. In this case, the nodes are 22 comma 34, since we need to deal with the range. So here x is equal to 2. I'm taking this in zero based indexing. Y is equal to 2 and k is equal to 3. So the the interval in array B is given by 2 comma 2 plus 3 minus 1, that is 2 comma 4. Now the way we decompose it is 2 comma 2 and 3 comma 4, and we set the node value to be 0, that is the operation index. This is the first operation of type 1 that is encountered. So 0 comma 2 2, this is the corresponding from a to a thing that it is representing. For B this was the range, and for A, since x is also 2, y is also 2, A the range would be 2 4. So similarly, so that is the reason why these two values are same in both the indices. Now moving on to answering queries again, 2 5 2 4 2 1. For 2 5 we'll go to this node. Now we have the most recent index as 3, So we know that most recent query index has 0. So we know that the value at this node would be decided by the value that was set by query number 0. So we report the value according to query number 0. Now in 2.4 we reach here, we reach this node. Similarly, by the same logic, we know that the value at this node would be decided by the query number 0. And similarly 2.1. So for 2.1, since there is no query till now that has been encountered, we'll just report the value of b of 0. This query, the query of type 2, the second query of this type is made, uh, will again, here x is equal to 1, x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1 in 1 based and 0 based indexing, k is equal to 4. So the for b the range value is, um, 0 to 3, and for a the range value is 1 to 4. So we go to 0 to 3, the nodes representing 0 to 3, this is which is this and this, and corresponding a values are 1 to 3 and 4 to 4. Now we answer the queries of this form, of queries 2 comma 1. For 2 comma 1 we'll go via this path to this node. The most recent query is of the type 1. We'll report the answer according to the query of index 1, and similarly we keep on doing this process. Now having a look at the code, uh, yeah, this is the code. We first build the segment tree. Building segment tree is nothing but initializing every node to be -1 comma lr, as we discussed. Then we process queries. If the query is of type 1, we update the segment tree. If the query is of type 2, we query the segment tree. So in updation, what we do is, this is pretty obvious, and in this case we basically do some manipulation to get the right index. So you'll have to think about this a bit, and it will be clear why this is happening. This is the updation step. For query, we take a path, and as soon as we reach a leaf index, we report the answer according to the last query index that was encountered. By last, I mean the query index of highest value. So we are doing this here. We are maintaining the query index of highest value in this condition. Yeah, this is it. Thank you.